I'm dying to see you. Got me waiting on my...
I got a train spotting cam on. Because obviously my hands are going to get covered in shit pulling this thing out, but just draining all the fluids because that's rule number one when pulling a motor out, otherwise they get everywhere. I'll just chuck the gearbox plug back in. Probably would have paid to get a smaller ratchet, but I suppose it won't leak if I just do it finger tight. Then I'll forget it. Never over tighten them because they're pretty hard to get out. As you can see, the ball on this thing doesn't get right in there sometimes, so you don't have a lot of purchase, but they don't need to be that tight. Alright, so you want to pull the shifter out, otherwise this is obviously will get caught on the tunnel when you're trying to pull the whole gearbox and engine out. Put all my bolts back in so they don't get lost. Easiest way to pull these out, I think there's usually a circlip. Slide this up without breaking it, they are getting old. Yeah, it's just a circlip there. There we go. Try to feed that under so it can't slip back in. You can kind of just work it around. That's done. That's it. If you're carpeting your car, definitely don't leave this on it because gearbox oil stinks. Luckily for me, I've just got rusty bare floor with oil all over it anyway. And you definitely want to drain this before you do anything because you pull the tail shaft out and it'll leak oil. But it won't leak at all until you lift the engine and tilt the gearbox, then it gets very messy, so make sure you do that first. What else? There's ECU and stuff in here. Not sure if I'm going to take, sometimes you can just undo this loom here and the whole thing fits out the firewall, but I haven't pulled the motor out of this car yet, so I'll just see how hard it is to get the loom off the motor, considering the motor's coming apart as well. Just one thing less to do. Yeah, so that's that loom there, goes behind the head there, and usually goes to the fuse box and down to the gearbox. Yeah, sometimes it's easier to take the motor out with the loom on it. Sometimes it's easier to take the loom off the motor first. I always put my tools back as I'm going, otherwise I forget where I put them. So, alright, so that's engine oil drained, gearbox oil drained, and radiator drained. Just putting everything back so I don't forget to do it later. I'll forget where it is and lose it. Another handy tip is not leaving these around, because if you kick one of them, especially working out here in the dark, stinky gearbox oil everywhere, right under the light. So yeah, I'm not sure, there's a wiring loom under here and these sprayers. A lot of the times it's easy to, if the car's not going to get registered again, it's easy to cut this here, and that way you don't have to lift the motor up and over this thing, because obviously with the 30 they're a tall motor, they're a long motor, and this one's got a bigger sump and everything on it, so it will be a struggle to get over that. You could do it if you really wanted, but being that it's a track car, I'm just going to cut it, I think, and make like a bolt-on section. That way you only have to lift it over this bottom piece here, which is, yeah, you pretty much take the weight of the engine a little bit more and just swing it straight out. The gearbox doesn't have to swing around everything, it just makes it way easier. So I'll cut the bumper off and you'll get a better view of that. Don't mind my limp, my leg's still a bit, how you going? It's pretty handy having the, that used to be my panel beating toolbox, but since I stopped doing that I kind of devoted it to the track car toolbox, which is good because I can just wheel it, goes wherever my car goes, and I've got everything I need to do So I've got everything I need to do most things on this. If I'm working at home like this and I need something out of my other toolbox, I just leave it in the track car toolbox. So eventually I'll have everything I'll ever need to work on this thing. It's a bit ugly, but when I got this it had like the little loop things I think on it. The problem with that is like a lot of people do that so they can take the bumper on and off to get it on the car trailer and not to destroy it, but the problem with the bumper that's easy to take off is it's also easy to fall off, and that's exactly what happened to this. I was coming out of the corner and got on it, the bumper fell off and it just went straight onto the car and I destroyed it. So that's why there's a million ugly cable ties holding it on now. Get this out of the way. Try not to do any more damage to it. Got my toe plates on the back so I can't forget them if I go the track. It's definitely something I do, and you always need it once you forget it. Alright, I guess the Rio can come off and the intercooler. I always just tighten these up a little bit just so they don't fall off the hose. Nothing worse than going to put it back together and being short one hose clamp or something. Weird bloody hose clamp. This is just because my cam covers are off it, so we covered it up the best I could. If there's like more than one piece like this, I could take it off there, but it's just as easy to get it here and get everything out of the way as much as possible. Oh, it's a V-band at the rear, that's good. Makes it easy. Alright, watch my crutch there, I don't want the bonnet to drop on my head. So this intercooler is mounted through the reinforcement bar, which means I should be able to just unbolt the whole Rio and the intercooler will come with it, but these will hold themselves up because I got this little tang that goes through the chassis rail there, so just loosen the back one off, and obviously there's a slide there. Take this out. Yep. So they're the tangs that hold them up. There we go. So you just got to get that out of there, and usually they just kind of twist around until you get the, I don't know if you can see that because the lighting's a bit shit, but just getting that cable out. Oh, there we go. Just trying to figure out whether the easiest point to separate this would be, but obviously that's it there. These are just my radiator sprayers, so. Not a good trick if you've got a bad memory. I put everything in these bags if I can't bolt them back in, sort of thing. Usually you can write on the bag whatever it is, but that one's pretty self-explanatory. I guess I'll take the headlights out so I don't break them. That is my coolant temp sensor, that's got to come off. somewhere safe. Not sure if there's any oil sitting in these, so I better grab this. I don't need to be that tight either. I'll let them drip for a bit and I'll pull them through after. With these clips, like there's always like a press down release sort of thing. If they're hard, put a bit of pressure in on the clip, give it some room to, because sometimes they kind of catch on their little tang. So yeah, just push it in, press down, then pull. That usually works. Don't be too rough with wiring looms. Usually if they don't come easily, something's snagged. It's pretty easy to break them, so if you can see both sides, it should be alright. Like that, it gets caught on shit. Before you cut anything, always double check it. It should be sweet. I'll get the radiator out of the way first. Again, I'm just taking as much off and out in one piece as I can. I don't want to damage the wiring. There we go. Go. Alright, let's see if I can fit that out. I'll try and make this quick so I don't upset the neighbours too much. Yeah, I'm just going to cut straight through there. At least the radiator mount will hide it. Just go halfway through the hole, I think. Pretty shit paint pen. And Lucas has come around to give me a hand, so that's good.
You got a party going on down the street?
Yeah, brother, been 2-pack. True zoo. Parents gone away for the weekend, brother. This is my engine building room.
I like it. I like what you've done in the place.
Yeah, I just kind of threw everything from here over there. And then I'll just cry when I need to get something over there. So
It must be an ADD thing, because I'm like, when I move a bunch of shit, I'm just like, yes, there's so much room. And then I look over, I'm like,
you're like, oh wait, I need to get an extra stand that I put everything on top of. Alright, check this out.
is that none of the sleep and shit?
I don't think so.
Well, I brought my speaker in case you wanted to do it.
I got one too, Mike.
Got a chance. Oh, bye. Mine's a lot cleaner though.
Yeah, my one's a bit proven. I've actually taken it to work.
Get
So.
fucked, you dick.
Making up.
I always sat in the hole. So.
Yeah, mine doesn't go in the machine. I just need to fire this grinder up. So
Why do you need a grinder?
just gotta cut the motor in half, bro. Nah, I'm just cutting the top of the rad support out. Do you reckon I'll use concrete cutting disc?
Hey?
Reckon I'll use this bad boy? No. Oh, there they are.
Gus, what are you doing?
Cutting my rad support.
Extinguisher.
Huh?
You can't use this extinguisher.
Grow up.
You can't. There's nothing in it.
Really?
There's nothing in it. Look. There's literally nothing to it. It says recharge.
Oh, don't worry about that. She's been on there for a while, alright?
Does.
No, I had that since I was a panel beater. I had to have one in the shop, so it just kind of, I haven't checked it.
There's nothing.
Lucky I know a,
Ask the question below. Yeah, I did.
Can you sort that for me then? Or you just...
Just from Bunnings, bro.
I just want to hear solutions, not problems.
Were these the rests? Were these just offcuts from the Hilux?
Yeah, they were. You know, the old,
Bullshit.
the gold fenders.
I was taking this.
No, I went up to Dad's and I was like, I forgot about them. They actually kind of look like, I wouldn't say good, but a lot better than they did. I had to do a bit of a magic. Yeah, I had to trim the back and the front so they fit the wheel arch, but at least the wheels aren't hanging out 50 mil either side now.
What do you have to cut?
Rad sport.
Oh, I've already asked you. Just cut it with a hacksaw.
I don't even have a hacksaw. Who even has a hacksaw these days?
Oh, I wouldn't even, bro, look at your setup.
What?
I wouldn't even worry about safeties. I'm gonna stand back here.
Yeah, you would, eh?
I haven't done anything today.
What's new? I know a lot of people think this is a battery charger, but it's actually a hammer.
But you're gonna edit this shit out?
Huh? Oh yeah, watch the oil cooler. Jesus. You better make sure Emily doesn't see this. You won't be allowed to come over again. Nah, I actually wanted to avoid pulling this motor out because I know how shit all that wiring is and I know what I'm like, and I'm like, I'll just redo everything and not drive for 3 years.
Able to plug all this shit back in?
I don't know, I'll inspect it all when I put it back together, I think, and worst case I'll buy a Haltech at home, I think. Or a Link. Do you want to see a cool trick that SRs don't have? When you put these on top dead center, there's a cutout so you can get the head bolts out, or studs in this case, so yeah, you don't even need to take the cams out, take the head off.
Oh, that's really cool.
Mm.
When?
Hey?
When?
When?
Yeah. When?
When what?
When did I ask?
I was like, as soon as I said when what, I was like, he's got me. He's hook, line and sinker. I'm in. I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh. Yeah, get a real man's torch, mate. Grow up. You can't take them off. I think there's a plug at the... Yeah, look, you've already done it. Leave them on, because they will break, because they're up against the runners.
This has got to come off.
What?
Oh,
What does?
okay. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, see, RB stuff,
sweet.
mate.
Yeah, no, sick. I've never worked on an RB before.
Yeah, I can tell. I like SRs, but if you work on one of them and work on one of these are a lot better, well thought out.
Give me that torch.
Yes, Dad. Oh yeah. Why are you giving me this?
And that one.
You know this is magnetic, eh? Jules Lou, just give one of them. Done. Righto. Unfortunately I'm gonna have to stop the video there. I was hoping to get the engine out for part 1, I guess, but I underestimated how much footage I had, so I've tried to keep it short and sweet. 20 minutes is getting long enough, so yeah, I guess next video will be the engine coming out and pulling it apart, as you can see all there. I'm not sure how long it'll take, but yeah, keep an eye out for the next one. You can see what happened to the motor, what failed, and the process of rebuilding it, I guess. So thanks for watching.